County Executive, members of the County Council, elected officials, businessmen and women, citizens of Jefferson County. It is truly an honor and a privilege to speak to you this morning. I want to begin by thanking the Jefferson County Growth and Development Association for putting on this event and the Fox School District for allowing us to use this new state-of-the-art Antonia Middle School. Go Bulls. I want to also thank, yes, please. I want to also thank the students of the Fox and Seckman High School Student Council who helped to set up this venue and are acting today as ambassadors for all the guests that are here. Special thanks to KJEF Radio, the talk of Jefferson County, who will be rebroadcasting the speech later this morning. Also thanks to JCTV, our college television station, for making this available to everyone who has access to the college station on CharterNet. As is the case in all events, they cannot be done without help bearing the costs. And once again, this event is no different. Our sponsors must be recognized one more time because they reached into their pockets and helped us, and they have done that so many times. So I want to recognize Ameren, Missouri Trumpet Land Services, Chapel Hill, Sheet Metal Workers, number 36, Jefferson Regional Medical Center, Lane Consolidated, our Comtree, Govro Land Services, Fireworks City, Bear Garden Shop, Jewel Box Florist, Kevin's Car Care, Hovis and Associates, the Doe Run Company, and First Community State Bank. We thank you all for supporting the Jefferson County Growth and Development. And certainly I would be remiss if I didn't mention Sarah Davis, the Executive Director. Thank you, Sarah. What a great job you've done. Thank you again, all of you, for being here today. Your presence here demonstrates your dedication and concern for our beloved county. I am here today to talk about the past, where we have been, what we have done, and then Executive Waller will tell you where he intends to take us. Let me say that as of December 31st, 2010, the state of Jefferson County was solid with a balanced budget, an A to AA minus bond rating, a carryover for the 2011 budget, and small pay increases for our employees. Here is what has brought us to this point. For almost 200 years, the county has been managed by a tribunal, first called judges, then commissioners. The two district and one countywide elected officials performed well and combined the executive and legislative branches of government together. As the new county grew in population, we moved up the ranks until we were one of the largest first-class counties in the state. Twice, the proposal to change to a charter form of government failed. In 2006, a group of concerned citizens gathered together and began a successful petition drive that resulted in the formation of a charter commission, and finally in 2008, in the presidential general election, the citizens overwhelmingly passed the first charter for Jefferson County. This was halfway through my term as presiding commissioner. It was at the beginning of the new terms for the 1st and 2nd district commissioners, and we were facing the worst economy in 50 years. We were charged with the huge task of rebuilding government. The charter was the plan, but the changes had to be implemented by the current office holders and staff. Our revenues were shrinking, unemployment was rising, our largest industry, home building, came to a screeching halt. To balance our budget would require cutting over $1 million out of operations. The sheriff was short 35 deputies, the fleet was aging, and sales tax, the main source of revenue for the county, was falling rapidly. State government could offer no help because they were in the same shape. The challenge seemed large, but challenges make life exciting. And the former County Commission, now Board of Executives, had over 80 years of combined public service experience at all levels of government. Ed Kemp had over 30 years service at the Sheriff's Department and 10 years on the County Commission. Pat Lamping had over 22 years of service in a variety of positions, from economic development, library boards, sewer boards, college boards, and of course the commission. I had been a mayor, EDC board member, a state board member, and congressional aide for over 20 years. All that we had done in service for our county over the years and the guidance of the new charter gave us the ability and the resources to meet the challenge. We began by adjourning the county commission for the last time in November, as soon as the election was certified. We balanced the 2009 budget painfully by freezing salaries and eliminating 10 positions. These were very, very tough decisions, but they had to be made. But we had experienced department heads, and we had experienced workers. Middle management could be eliminated if the department heads took on more responsibility and the workers used their experience to do their jobs. Working together, they did more with less help and less net pay. And for their dedication and sacrifice, I will always be grateful. We owe all of the employees of Jefferson County our thanks and appreciation. Knowing that we had to rewrite every order, rule, and regulation ever written and enforced currently to reflect county council and county executive, we engaged a Missouri firm to codify all of our regulations and bring them all into one document. This would save our staff thousands of hours and would be a benefit for all the citizens of the county, as the county code would be accessible online once it was completed. We appointed the first Public Safety Commission, who immediately went to work rewriting our emergency response plan. Completed on time, this new plan and this new commission will keep Jefferson County prepared for any emergency. We appointed the new Code Commission, who made the necessary recommendations and changes to bring the code violations into the municipal court and bring hearings of dangerous buildings and began hearing dangerous building cases and actionable violations of our licensing law. This new commission will protect homeowners from unsavory contractors and keep our home values high. We began the process of establishing the merit system for our employees. We commissioned the consulting firm of Evergreen Solutions, experts in human resources, to create a job classification and pay matrix for all of our jobs, which turned out to be a bigger task than we had expected and took longer than we had expected. Years of independent elected officials establishing pay levels and job descriptions left us with similar jobs paying different rates. When the job descriptions were consolidated and compared to other county and governmental agencies, more than 125 of our employees were being paid well below other county workers doing the same job. Last year, when we balanced the 2011 budget, we were able to begin the process of raising those employees who are earning below average pay. All employees will receive a small increase this year, and those who are below average will receive a little more, but it will take years before all the pay is equitable. We have updated our personnel manual and have appointed the Merit Commission, who will soon recommend the completed system to the County Council. The new charter gave us a lot of responsibility, but it also gave us new power. As a charter county, we were able to pass and enforce new regulations and keep the revenue that used to go to the state here in Jefferson County. We brought prosecution of the violations of animal control and building control ordinance into the Jefferson County Municipal Court. This not only captures the fines, but it frees up the county prosecuting attorney to prosecute hard crimes. These violations of local ordinances are more appropriate here than in state court. We capitalized on every opportunity. Learning of the stimulus plan coming out of Washington, we applied for every dollar that we could. We were able to capture $1.8 million in energy efficiency grant money and combine that with $1.9 million in what are known as guaranteed energy contracts. And with the help of the judges from the 23rd Judicial Circuit, we were able to perform almost $5 million in improvements to our buildings with no cost to the county, putting county workers to work and saving the citizens money. Included in this are brand new offices for every county council district and 3 new courtrooms, 2 in the municipal court and 1 in the old courthouse. We allocated all of our public tax-exempt stimulus bonds to Jefferson College to fund improvements at the college. We captured over $25 million in transportation stimulus dollars to make improvements to roads in Jefferson County, including $35 million of improvements to I-55. We were proactive in economic development. We reached out to the Doe Run Company and requested that they allow us to participate in their port study, and then, with the cooperation of the Quad cities and businesses across the county, completed the Phase 1 and now the Phase 2 port study. We have advocated for industry, small business, and home occupations. We offered all of our private activity bonds to the Doe Run Company and then requested allocations from the state to help the company build their new pollution-free process here in Herculaneum, and we have not received that confirmation, but we are optimistic that that will happen and keep those important jobs here in Jefferson County. I believe that it was Jefferson County that led the charge to change the direction of the East-West Gateway Council of Governments. Now, every transportation project that is proposed in the St. Louis region must have an economic development component. And so, all the changes have been made. The Jefferson County Code is complete. The Public Safety Commission, the Code Commission, the Merit Commission are all in place. Offices for every council district, and a new dais for the county council to meet. The time for preparation is over. The time to govern is now. I am proud of the job the last County Commission and Board of Executives of Jefferson County did, and I am most proud to be the last presiding commissioner of this great county. I want to thank Ed and Pat for their wisdom and cooperation, and special thanks to Steve Stoll, Dennis Kem, and Donna Beckham, and all the members of our staff. And now, from the last to the first, it is my distinct pleasure to pass this podium from the last presiding commissioner to the first elected county executive of Jefferson County. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the first county executive of Jefferson County, the Honorable Kenneth Waller.
Wow. I can't believe all the people that's here, and I'm just excited that you guys all showed up to hear me speak. Chuck's a great speaker. You know, he's had 4 years of doing this, and so I appreciate what he's done. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to acknowledge the county council members that are here. I think most all of them are here. I see Renee Reuter. She's actually the council chair. Renee Reuter, right over here, District 2. And I'm just going to name the other ones, and you can just stand. We got Don Bukowski, District 1. Kelly Wayman, District 7. Cliff Lane, District 6. Terry Kreitler, I know I saw her, District 5. I know Bob Boyer couldn't make it, I don't believe. Is Charles Grodeke here? He's District 4. I appreciate these guys, and I'll talk a little bit more about them in just a little while. Somebody said something to me the other day. They said, wow, you're a Republican, and you got 6 Republican county council members. Well, let me tell you, they may be 6 Republican county council members, but they have their own ideas, their own agendas, they have their things that they want to do. So I told them and have challenged them to represent their districts. Don't stand behind a party label, because when it comes to the ideas and the things you're going to do in this government, party labels really don't matter when it comes to those types of positions. So I know that there are a lot of diversity in what they do and say, and I don't know if it was Martin Luther, but I do remember this quote. It said, our diversity is our strength. So I think we're going to be able to get strength from the people that are on this council, and they'll be able to determine the future of Jefferson County. I didn't get to do this during the inauguration time that we had, which was a wonderful event, and during some of the other things that I've got to speak at. So I'd like to acknowledge a few people and a few thank yous. I won't do this every year. This will just be kind of a one-time shot. First person I'd like to acknowledge is my wife. She was not able to attend today because she is working at wonderful Jefferson Regional Medical Center. She could not get off work, but I love this lady with all my heart, and I appreciate that she supported me during this time when I decided to make this run for this position. I'd also like to, thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge my children. I never get any acknowledgement. I know my daughter's probably listening at home, Kayla, and I have Tyler and Trevor. I'd like to acknowledge them. My parents, Barb and Joe Phillips. And then there's a group of people that I just want to say thank you. For those people that know me really well, a couple years of, I've had a couple struggling years, and it's made me stronger. But these people were with me, and they just helped me, and I want to acknowledge all of them. They're not all here. That would be Mark Mertens, Laura Schmidt, Daryl Missy, Derek Good, Justin Duncan, and my friend from church, Kirk Jawdis. These people were just backbones for me, and I just wanted to say thank you to them. And also in the event, you know, people are going to find it. I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. I try to do the best I can, but the person I want to acknowledge most is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, people might say, well, that's a little crazy because, you know, you're bringing religion into this, but He's helped me through a lot of things, and I'm not ashamed to acknowledge that. I'm not a perfect guy, and I won't make every decision that's perfect, but at least I have somebody on my side that's going to help me through. So I'd also like to thank the Fox C6 School District and the Antonio Middle School for hosting this event today. I did my homework. If you guys notice, I got the colors of the school, colors of the thing, so appreciate everybody, the kids out there. I made sure that I didn't come in like red or green or anything like that. So, and last but not least, there's one of us, and you know what, when you're in politics, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, we're all the same. And there's one of us that is really struggling right now. Most of you know Mark Abel. Mark actually ran against me for treasurer, and he beat me. But that still doesn't mean he's not my friend. Mark has contracted lung cancer, and he's not doing very well. And, you know, I'd like you just to think about him and your thoughts and your prayers when you leave here today, and just say a little prayer for him, because I know he's really struggling. I know some of us I haven't got to go see him yet. I plan on doing that today, but if you get a chance to send a card or go by and see him, I know it'd be a really encouragement. Now on to the speech. The first thing I'd like to talk about is, as Chuck said very eloquently, is the transition to this new form of government. A lot of people out there are kind of wondering, what's going to happen? Some people out there want it to fail. Some people want to see it succeed. Well, I think for the sake of Jefferson County, it has to make it. It's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. We're not going to vote back the old type of government. So I think what we have to do is we have to embrace it. So last November, the voters elected the first 7-member county council to serve as our legislative branch. Although for the last 2 years, Jefferson County has had a county council and county executive, but these posts were held by the same individuals who were previously the county commissioners. That would have been Chuck Banks, Pat Lamping, and Ed Kemp. Today, the executive and the council are completely separate, with different individuals serving in each post. The 7 members of the county council and I are working together to complete the implementation of the Home Rule Charter. Much of the first year that we will be working will be to devote and developing processes and procedures to make this new government structure effective, efficient, transparent, and responsive to the needs of our citizens. We have already held 2 council meetings, which are, by the way, the second and fourth Mondays of each month, and have made great strides in this area. The second thing I'd like to talk about is the public engagement in the legislative process. I want to encourage all of you, and I mean all of you, to get involved in our discussion about the issues that are important to the people of Jefferson County. There are a number of hot-button issues that will be addressed this year. I am convinced of that. Issues like red light cameras, changes to the county building codes, and the development of a strategic plan for the county. I want to encourage all of you to participate in the public discussions that are going to be scheduled. There is no easy answers, and the council and I look forward to hearing your opinions and recommendations. We have scheduled several hearings in the upcoming weeks to hear public comments on whether red light cameras should be installed or not, and other public hearings on other issues that will be held later this year. As you see out in the hallway, if you didn't get a chance, the river ports. I'll call them Mississippi river ports because that's where they'll be. After 25 years of effort, the dream of a world-class port is finally becoming a reality. With the completion of the Phase 1 study last year and the draft of the Phase 2 study in hand, the blueprint for the initial 3 sites of Peebly, Herculaneum, and Crystal City has shown us a vision of what is actually possible. The hard work and cooperation between the Jefferson County Port Authority, county government, the municipalities, local businesses, citizens, and other stakeholders has resulted in an unprecedented opportunity for Jefferson County. It is estimated that approximately 9,500 jobs will be created as a result of port construction, operation, and business development in the Port District. I am working with the County Council and several groups to ensure that the new world-class production technology developed by Doe Run in the processing of lead will be located in Herculaneum. Doe Run will be an important customer for the Herculaneum port. I'd like to stop here and say I'd like to acknowledge the work that Chuck Banks has done on this, along with Mr. Lamping and Mr. Kemp. I believe that their hard work is going to bring this to fruition, and I pray every day that we get a call from Herculaneum that they're going to keep their plan here in Jefferson County. Thank you. Other opportunities on the horizon are strategic metal production and refinement, which has been dominated by China and is the core of most of our advanced 21st century technology, which would put Jefferson County on the world stage. It is plain to see that a port can be more than a bulk material handling facility, but even these types of operations will expand with the completion and the widening of the Panama Canal. Our location on the Mississippi River will become a prime location for containerized shipping in the Midwest. Our next step in this is to secure the funding to make this vision a reality. Another issue I'd like to address, or that will be addressed in 2011, is the introduction of a merit system for the Jefferson County employees. Last year, the Merit System Commission was appointed to draft the details of a merit program that will provide Jefferson County employees more stability and equity in work assignments and pay. The Commission has been meeting regularly, and I expect to see the reports in the coming months. The charter requires that the County Council has to approve this merit system and be implemented by July 1st of this year. I look forward to implementing the new program and to see how it changes our local government. It's no secret that jobs are essential to the stability of our residents, families, and communities. For this reason, job creation and retention is job one for this administration. Missouri has a 9.5% unemployment rate statewide. Jefferson County, as of I believe last month, had a 9.3 unemployment rate, and I was told today that by I think Mr. Herman that it actually went up to 10%. Well, this actually has to stop, and we need to see a reduction in that. Although this is slightly better than the state average, the old number, having nearly 1 out of 10 workers unemployed is just not acceptable. That is why we have all been working to continue to encourage major employers like Doe Run to continue employing our local workforce. That is why the Mississippi River ports are so important to our future. That is why we must support the efforts of Jefferson Regional Medical Center. Blake Temple, thanks for being here. And Jefferson College, Ray Kaminsky, thanks for being here, in creating more jobs and training future workers in our county. That is why I want to work with the County Council to expand the Buy Local program and include a Hire Local program so we can encourage more employment of local businesses and local employees in Jefferson County to come here. In closing, I'd like to say a couple things. This is not on my notes, this is just me. I'm just an eternal optimist. And, you know, I see the future of Jefferson County a lot different. We see a lot of people that are losing their homes and a lot of people losing their jobs, but I just believe that the best days are still yet ahead. You know, Mr. Lamping, Mr. Kemp, and Mr. Baggs took us through a pretty tough stretch of time. 4 years, the economy was tough. They had to make some tough decisions over those 4 years, and I applaud them for what they've done. The budget looks good. Sales tax is holding pretty steady, and I just believe that, like again, our greater days are yet ahead. In closing, I'd like to say that I am very humbled and I'm very honored to be chosen by the voters of this county to serve in such a historic time. I want to leave you with a quote which applies to Jefferson County today as well as it did at the time that our great nation was founded. This was George Washington's letter to John Augustine, dated May 31st, 1776, quite a few years ago. It says, "To form a new government requires infinite care and unbounded attention, for if the foundation is badly laid, the superstructure must be bad." So we need to lay a good foundation for those that are going to be coming after us, these young kids that are over here at Antonio Middle School. They're the future. We're just getting them to the point where they can take over. Those who have been elected with me to lay the foundation of this charter government don't take this responsibility lightly. I'm proud to serve alongside with them as we begin this new chapter for our county. I want to thank you for your time, thank you for coming out, and may God bless Jefferson County. Thank you very much.